At first glance, you may only see a girl in a wheelchair or the effects the disease has had on her fragile little body. But spend even 5 minutes with Sophia and you'll see a bright, happy 5-year-old girl. She's curious, full of energy, and loves nothing more than playing with her little sister. Sophia's medical troubles started when she was just a few months old. At birth, she seemed perfectly healthy. Within 6 months, however, Mom Andrea noticed something was not right.
I did notice that she wasn't, around 3 months or so, that she wasn't holding her head up like I had seen other kids do.
Andrea and Dad Doug tried convincing themselves that Sophia was just taking her time, but another trip to the doctor confirmed their worst fears. Sophia had an incurable muscle disease, the most severe type of spinal muscular atrophy, or SMA.
We were just in complete shock and disbelief and utter sadness.
They were told Sophia's muscles would slowly waste away. In most cases, the babies don't live past their 2nd birthday.
On the other hand, here was this happy, gurgling, cheerful, delightful little baby that we had to try to keep it together for.
So Andrea and Doug did what the doctor suggested. They took her home, smothered her with love, and prepared for the worst. But Sophia wasn't about to give up. She was a fighter, and Andrea had a hard time simply waiting.
And she seems to be doing so great, and she's so happy and content. It was hard to keep maybe believing the initial diagnosis we were given.
When Sophia was a year old, Andrea and Doug heard about a specialist in Madison at the University of Wisconsin. Within minutes of meeting Dr. Mary Schroth, Sophia's parents gained a new perspective. They were given hope that Sophia could defy the odds.
I remember the first visit with the Dr. Madison, she even made some hint that Sophia might someday drive a power wheelchair, and I'd never even believed that before, that she would actually be mobile.
Andrea and Doug started Dr. Schroth's recommended course of action, round-the-clock nursing care and daily therapy treatments. The goal is to fight against the slow weakening of the muscles. Eventually, most patients die unable to fight off colds and clear their lungs.
Good afternoon.
Fast forward 4 years and Sophia is blossoming. So are Andrea's dreams for her little girl.
Well, Sophia starts kindergarten in the fall, and we'd love to see her go to college. I want to see her continue to learn and make friends and continue to be best friends with her sister. I want her to experience all the wonder and magical moments of childhood that she can.
Still, Sophia's daily routine is exhausting. She uses one machine while she sleeps to give her lungs a break. Here, Nurse Laura Peters uses another piece of equipment that simulates a cough.
She can't bring up stuff on her own. This puts in, it's like taking a breath in and then pushing it out. Good girl.
A suction machine clears her airway. Perhaps the most difficult part of Sophia's disease is that though her body becomes weaker, her mental abilities are unaffected.
Here you have this very physically disabled child, and yet they're right where they should be, even more where they should be. And they're eager to learn, and they want to make friends, and they want to go out and have fun. And so you have to be sort of leapfrogging ahead to figure out how can I allow her to do that, and then keep up with her mental growth.
And that challenge keeps Andrea and Doug on their toes. They work hard to help Sophia do even the simplest childhood activity like coloring.
Do you want another color?
Her dad is usually the one next to her testing the limits.
Sweet.
Doug is definitely a risk taker and pushes Sophia to do things that I would, never even consider, but that she loves.
That was too scary.
Rollerblading with her down the street, or taking her sledding, or throwing her up way high in a swimming pool. The sky's the limit with her dad, and she just loves anything she does with her dad. Doug's forever doing things like that with her that maybe as a mom makes me feel a little nervous, and yet I see the smile on her face and it's just worth it all.
Andrea says watching Sophia constantly meet and exceed doctors' expectations leaves her little time to dwell on the disease.
The excitement that you feel about that so far surpasses any maybe sadness or depressed thoughts you might have of her not being able to do a normal activity.
As she awaits Sophia's next milestone, her first day of kindergarten, Andrea remains optimistic.
I have the best hopes for her, and the sky's the limit for Sophia.